Hey there! In this video, we're going to be looking at Dragonfly, also known as Upavishta Konasana in a yang practice. All right. So I'm going to turn to the side here and just show you a couple of things. If we used a block in caterpillar or a block in half butterfly, chances are you want to use blocks here. So I realize, I've got pretty good range of motion in my hips. I can come all the way forward in this position. In Upavishta, or in Dragonfly, it's not about how wide you can get the feet. You want to, you don't really have to push them to go as wide as you can, like middle splits. Just wide enough that you kind of get out of your own way and the pelvis can tilt forward. There's no pressure to get all the way to the floor. So you can bend the knees. If all you're feeling is the backs of the legs or the inner thighs, then bend the knees. This modification is even more effective for me because I have pretty good range of motion and can come all the way to the floor. To really get into my joint capsule and really into those connective tissues, for me, it's even more effective to bend the knees. So this isn't like for beginners. This is looking at bodies and finding ways to make a shape more effective. So when I bend my knees a lot, it gets more into my hips versus the backs of my legs, which are not tight. And then this allows me that opportunity to explore the breath and my daydreaming skills, all right? Daydreaming is such a huge part of it. In Upavishta Konasana, so you can just stay in the forward fold here. You can do side to side. Same thing happens to me if I do side to side, just like half butterfly. I went through that in that video. If I lean over to one side, I can force that butt cheek to stay down, or I can work with my range of motion and let that sit bone lift up off of the mat. I'm not attached to these rules of alignment in yin, not even in yang, but in yin particularly, you want to move with the bony structure, and that's what's going to allow you to get it into those connective tissues, all right? Dragonfly is an awesome pose. I like to stay in it anywhere from 5 minutes minimum because it does take time for students to settle into this. So anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes in Dragonfly. It's a super effective pose, and just kind of play around with your own time frame on this. But 5 minutes minimum, because it really does take a little bit of time to kind of set up and settle in, all right? So have fun, and I'll see you in the next video.